What's up, y'all? This is Larry J. the Vegan with my new, I guess, new addition to the show, Elevated Conversations. So with this, we might have conversations that's gonna make you laugh, may make you cry, may make you think. We're gonna do all of the above. And today we have Miss Monique Hibbler on the line, on the video. Before we go,
Y'all know I wasn't gonna finish this video without the theme song. It's Larry the Vegan. It's Larry the Vegan. It's Larry the Vegan. Don't forget the J. It's Larry J the Vegan. Oh.
we're gonna let her introduce herself to you and kind of give you like a brief synopsis of what she does or whatever. Because at the end of the day, we want to elevate anybody that comes on here, whatever they're doing, whatever projects they're doing at the time. We want that to be put out there because it's all about black excellence. So you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, well, I'm so happy to be on Larry J. the Vegan show, and he is going higher, doing different things. I'm so grateful and honored that you allow me to be on your show. I love your show. We tried some of your recipes, and they were bomb. We're not vegan yet, but we working on it. We are working on it. So my name is Monique Hibbler. My family and I launched our family business this past Sunday. It's called Side Hustle Vibes because family is the main hustle. We decided to call it Side Hustle Vibes because we have so many different things that we're doing, trying to get into the social media world. We're selling t-shirts and we sell digital products, and honestly, working in one job is enough. So trying to do different things would be too much. So it's a whole bunch of side hustles that hopefully put us on the map. I'm 30. I have a husband. We'll be married 10 years this October. I know, right? Long time coming, but God. And we have two boys. So that's it for now.
Okay. So it's a vibe, it's definitely a vibe. You guys cannot feel the energy. I can definitely feel the energy. And today we are going to talk about embarrassing moments growing up. And I will honestly say some of these moments, like, everybody can relate to. I know some of my stuff, like, I'm going to tell y'all some stuff like my mama didn't even like know about. So if she watched this show, she gonna be like, oh my God, I didn't know about. But with every show, y'all know Larry J the Vegan, I always have like a vegan snack, something that I'm gonna eat. So my snack of choice today, y'all know I like some ice cream. So I have the vegan ice cream, and it's caramel apple. When I tell you, caramel apple crumble, and I got this from Publix here. It's so good. Like, it's so good. And then I also got, I don't know what's wrong with me today, because then I got this too. This is like an apple oatmeal crumble. So I don't know. I guess I just felt like apple crumble. Apple crumble.
Okay. Well, I have popcorn. It's not vegan, but I'm not going to even eat my snack because it's unhealthy. I'm going to just let you just...
Popcorn can be...
And I got a Coke. So...
But popcorn can be healthy if you want it to be. It ain't even.
Look, I got all the butter. So we just go. I'm gonna live through you eating that ice cream, and I'm gonna go check it out too.
I'm telling you, it's bomb. So I don't know. I think I would rather you share some of your moments first. And disclaimer, I do want you all to know that her sister is one of my close friends. So she may tell, I don't know if her story is gonna include her or whatever, but if I just crack up laughing extra hard is because I actually know one of her sisters.
Well, look, my sister is my whole heart, and I'm not gonna put her business out in like that. That's my homie, you know. But we gonna talk about some family stuff. So I'm gonna talk about some embarrassing family moments. So It'll be just as good.
Okay, well, I'm ready when you are. We just gonna piggyback off each other. We gonna go from story to story. So you could go ahead and do yours first.
Okay, a lot of these are about my mom. Rest in peace, she passed away in 2012. So, but we laugh about it all the time, so it's no disrespect. But you're from Memphis, and I know you probably remember the Jack ASS Wall. I don't know if I can curse. The Jack ASS Wall. So my mom and dad, look, they were back and forth for a long time in my life. And I remember one time my daddy made my mama mad. She called and put my daddy on the Jackass Wall. It was hilarious. I was so embarrassed though, because they actually played it and they would repeat it like throughout the weeks. They would repeat like previous weeks Jackass Walls. My mama called and put my daddy on the Jackass Wall because he had made her mad. I would be so embarrassed riding in the car if I had some of my friends and they would hear the recording and I'd be like, my mama really called K97 with Mike Evans and put my daddy on that wall because she was mad at him. Very embarrassing.
Michael Woods.
Michael Woods, Miss Lynn, Mama Lynn called and put my daddy on the Jackass Wall. I was through. I ain't really want to listen to K97 anymore.
So, with me being from Memphis, I've been here, it'll be 7 years this year. But I think when I left, I think they were still doing it. I don't know, because I was pretty much listening to my phone, the music on my phone. I didn't know they stopped doing it. They don't do it anymore?
Yeah, they don't do it. Mike Evans actually went to another radio station. So K97, the Breakfast Club, is now on K97, the early morning spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that. It used to be so funny because I remember one time, and I'm just making it really brief. Mike Evans was on there, and I want to say this one girl called in and she was like, I just want to put myself on there. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be good. She was like, yeah, because I was on Elvis Presley and this guy was walking by and I was pulling out a Checkers and I hit him. But then when I hit him, he moved out of the way and I drove off. And I was like, is she really, like, you incriminating yourself so like, and then she turned around. Then Mike Evans made it so funny because he was like, so if y'all see this man walking around and his legs bent to the front, you know. And she was so embarrassed. She hung up the phone. I was like, I was through. I think that's one of the things that I remember. Like it will always go down in history from that wall. Like it was so funny.
The Jackass Wall was very historic in Memphis.
Yes. That was one of the things about Memphis. Like, it made us live. Like it was so that in 95.7, like the beeping of the horn, that thing right there. That was
my mama used to beep that horn. I was embarrassed about that too. Like
Lynn didn't care. She didn't care.
I used to be like, Mama, stop. And nobody else was blowing it. And it's just like, people around the city was blowing their horns. But wherever I was, it was just my mama blowing the horn. And I'm like, I'm just looking around, making sure everybody else ain't looking at me in the car. But I was definitely ashamed. I'm like, Mama.
Not you had two embarrassing moments in one.
Very embarrassing. Very. But it's actually a third one. Let me tie it in. So my mama. She, you've heard stories of her.
Yeah.
Look, we could not listen to cursing music or any of that. So a lot, like my friends or my sister or even my husband, they joke with me because I don't know a lot of the classic 90 music. I don't know. I didn't listen to rap until I went to college because my mama didn't allow us to listen to it. So one day she let us listen to K97, and they was bleeping out the curse. She called K97, Mike Evans, and she started going off on them for playing the cursing music. She was just like, y'all better than that. We listening to this going to school. Like, y'all do not need to be playing all that cursing music. Again, I'm clutching my imaginary pearls because I'm like, woman, these people are DJs. They're radio hosts. They're supposed to play the album music. Like, y'all, God rest her soul. That lady was hilarious.
I've heard stories from, well, I call her friend, but from Michelle about the radio and Lynn, and I was like, Lynn lived for the radio, because she told me about a poem that she read on there one time, and I was like, I'm saying she lived for the radio.
Yeah.
So I just wish I would have met your mother. She sounded like she was a phenomenal woman, but she probably would have made me pee on myself laughing. It's like she doing it from heaven right now. Every time I hear a story.
Yeah, the radio was nothing nice. Nothing nice.
So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready to get off my mama. I'm gonna let her rest for a minute.
Oh, so we gonna get on my mama then. So, where should I start? Mine is a little bit more detailed, but it's not, so I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter. So I'm looking off in the distance because I'm looking towards the past. I'm trying to see where I want to start, because I'm gonna admit some stuff that my mama did not know, and I lied to her. Mama, please don't watch this whole thing, because you're not gonna think I'm your sweet boy no more. So yeah, I was in 11th grade, and I was going to, in Memphis, I was going to Craigmont High. I just started learning what it was, because I was sheltered pretty much kind of like how Lynn did, y'all. We couldn't listen to curse music. We couldn't watch movies with sex in and stuff like that. My mom was like, y'all too young for that. I didn't know what it meant to skip school. I never had skipped school before. Like, it was like, you can actually skip school for a whole day. Like, if you don't feel like going to school, you can literally just not go to school.
I don't like where it's going, Larry.
I tried it. You're not gonna like where it's going. I tried it, and it was like a brand new world to me. It was like I would go to school some days, and some days I'd be like, I'm tired. I'm just not gonna go to school. And before I know it, 3 days consecutively, I was missing. So with Craigmont being an optional school, for those who know about Craigmont, I don't know how they do things now. You have to sign a slip to be able to go back to school from the missing, class. Uh-huh. So I had to go to the office, and literally, so the slip was, you have to go to the office. You had to get the slips, if I remember correctly, you had to get the slips signed by each and every one of your teachers. Yep. And your parent, and then you had to bring it back. That part was a no-brainer. Your teacher's not going to ask too many questions. They just going to sign it because they know they got to sign it. But the hard part is getting your parent to sign it, and they know you're supposed to be at school that day.
Oh, Lord.
So mind you, I told you I was like I probably, out of the whole week, sometimes I would only go to school like maybe 3 days or like 2 days. It was like
a whole new world just opened up.
It was a whole new world. It's like I can stay here, and I was still watching cartoons. I could watch cartoons and eat all day and lay in the bed and not have to do anything, and then I can make up my work when I go to school and I won't fail. This is bomb. Dun, 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 dun. So I practiced my mama's signature to the
Oh no.
And I learned how to sign her name on those slips. So one day, I don't even remember having that doctor's appointment. I don't remember. I don't remember her even telling me she was coming to pick me up from school that day. I just remember being called to the office. So I'm being called to the office because when I was in Craigmont, you would get called to the office, but it wouldn't necessarily mean that you were in trouble. It could be anything. So like, I remember getting called to the office, but it wasn't the office where I normally went to. It was like the smaller office where you would get the slips from. I get in there and my mom is looking pissed with her arms crossed. And I was like, and she had the slips in her hand. She had, y'all, I think she had to have like maybe 5 or 6 slips. So then she was like, so what's going on here? Why you got all these slips saying that she was absent from school? And I was like, oh no. And she was like, you don't know. I know I didn't sign these slips. And I was like, now mind you, I'm not the only kid in there. There's other kids in there. So they looking at my mom and she just going off. I was like, I don't know. I didn't do it. She said, so these people lying on you? I was like, yep. She was like, Larry. So they lied on you was at school all those days. And they just put, I was like, yep. So mind you, she looking at the slips and they look identical to her signature. She said, I may have signed that one and maybe that one, but these other ones I didn't sign. So then she grabbed me. We went out of the office. Of course, we went to the doctor's appointment. She went off on me in the car. I don't think she cussed me out, but I know I was scared because at that time, I think I may have been living with my dad. So it was like, instant diarrhea. So I'm like, okay, so we're going to get home. I went to her house. She called my dad. She was like, yeah, and let me tell you what Larry did. So she gave him the rundown, and I'm sitting here like, so I marched in my room that I had at her house, and I was like, I can't stand you. You always sit up here telling him stuff. And she was like, who you think you talking to? She did the little laugh. She said, I don't know who you think you talking to. And I'm like, you, because you always telling stuff. And I wasn't even skipping school. She said, so they lying on you. They lying on you. I was like, ugh. And I said, I don't even want to talk no more. I don't know how my teeth were still in my mouth.
I'm so shocked to see you got all your teeth. Because
my mama was not the type of like mama that was like, just let it slide under the rug and let you talk crazy to her. You would find your teeth somewhere. And then
that day.
Yes. And then it was like you be put on punishment. But the thing that I think saved me is that I was living with my dad. So she was gonna let him take care of it. Needless to say, I didn't get disciplined by my dad. I don't remember. But the embarrassing part of it was I had to like after that, people like were literally, and they always called my mom if I missed a day of school after that. Then everybody was talking about it. Then on top of this, she called her friends. Then she called my daddy. Then my daddy talking to his friends and talking to my grandma about it. And I was just so embarrassed because I thought I was going to get away with it. But they didn't stop me from skipping school because
You ain't learn your lesson.
I didn't. I transferred to Kirby High and they didn't do all of that. It was like heaven, so.
Look. I wasn't a goody two shoes per se, but when I skipped, I was kind of like a favorite. So when I skipped, I went to like teachers who really enjoyed me. So it was never getting in trouble. Like I didn't really get in trouble. But
at school, I skipped at home.
See, yeah, you wild out for that one. Yeah, that's the difference.
I skipped at McDonald's. That's when the Big and Tasties was out. I was getting big and I remember getting about 2 or 3 Big and Tasties. They was $1 with cheese.
Yeah, you was wilding out. I'm happy you're alive to tell this tale.
I'm surprised because if I didn't get it from my mama, I definitely normally got it from my daddy. And I think my dad had this thing saving dang, this can bring up another story. But That's he was like, I'm saving for old and for new. Who does that to their children? Like
they keep records. They keep records. And
no,
all that.
no. So for my next story, now there's so many stories popping up in my head because I'm gonna bring my brother into it. I told one of the stories on YouTube, and y'all can go back to one of my story times on another video about how we stole a car. We was always doing stuff like that. Me and my brother, we were like best friends. We always got in trouble. We never snitched on each other. It was just like, we sat there and we just came up with a lie, or we didn't say nothing at all. We were bad. They used to call us the Stokes boys. We were horrible. Either we were bullying somebody, or we were doing something mischievous. But on this particular day, I guess on this one, it wasn't even embarrassing. It was just, we were just bad. If anybody got embarrassed, it was my mom. We were going to this daycare in North Memphis called Gethsemane Garden. And they had this long hallway. And in the morning, my mama would drop us off, so we had to walk. It was like a long entrance too. So you got to walk down this long entrance. Then when you get in, you open those, you got to walk down this long hallway because it was a church, but it was also a daycare center. And I want to say the daycare center was bigger than the church. It was like huge. And we was walking in, it was me and my brother, and I looked up. I said, I bet you won't pull the fire alarm. He said, I bet you won't pull the fire alarm.
Look, Michelle might be mad at you about this story because I know you know about them kids pulling the fire alarm in her apartment. Look, she ain't gonna be happy.
Let me tell you. So, me and my brother played our role. It was like my brother was the muscle and I was the one. I would dare him to do stuff, or I was the mouth. So I was the one that had the mouth. He was the one that was the muscle. So I was like, I bet you won't go and pull the alarm. He dared me. I said I wasn't gonna do it. He said I'll do it. And he pulled the alarm, and we ran. We took down through that long hallway. We didn't think nobody saw us, and we went in the. Then we slowed down. We got to the door, opened the door, and walked in casually. And we went to like our area. And by him being younger than me, he had a different area, and I had a different area. So we went to our individual areas and sat there, or tried to sit there, because of course the alarm going off. So everybody had to go outside. We go outside just as calm as, it's day or morning. And then they had to like get us outside and make sure everything was okay. The fire department came. It was horrible. It was like, I didn't think all that was gonna happen. I just thought we were gonna pull it. It was gonna go off. It was gonna go off. They was gonna shut it off, and it was just go. I don't know. Fire department came. I want to say about 2 trucks. I guess because it was a daycare center, they wanted to make sure that there was no kids in it. So nobody said nothing to us at first. So we sitting there playing, we thinking that everything is cool. They call us in the office. So this is another instance where they always used to try to get us to turn on each other, but we never would. So they was like, well, I heard that Larry pulled the fire alarm, and I didn't say nothing. And then they was like, well, I heard Darius pulled the fire alarm, and he didn't say nothing. And then we both looked at each other. We was like, we didn't pull the fire alarm. And then they was like, so y'all didn't pull the fire alarm? We was like, no, we didn't pull the fire alarm. We don't know what y'all talking about. Now we sitting there just, I would have been convinced. They said, well, we looked at the camera. Dun, 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 dun. They said, what if we told y'all we saw y'all on camera pull the fire alarm?
Red-handed?
So my mama called. And my mama got called, and they told my mama what happened. Of course, my mama called everybody. So this, I got a sister that's like way older than us, so she was grown at the time. And of course, she still talk about it to this day. They talk about all the stuff that we did. And that, I think it was more embarrassing for my mom because she had to get caught and she had to come up there. And it was like, what? When are y'all gonna get enough? When is there a limit to the stuff that y'all do? Y'all always get into something. It was like we were never pleased with playing with the other kids. We had to go above and beyond. We had to do something. We were so bad. She was always get called at work. Oh my God.
Poor mom.
Were horrible. Mom, I'm so sorry that you had to come up there and catch me skipping school. You pulled the fire alarm. You had to take off work to come up there and get us for that. Oh, we was so bad. Like, I got one more, but if you got any more, like, I'm gonna let you do yours and then I'll do my last one. We were bad.
Okay. So my last one, it will include my brother. My brother also rests his soul. He had this was.
Oh, you didn't tell them. Also, I don't mean to interrupt. She is a twin, y'all. Her brother was her twin.
Yes. He had a best friend who was not our complexion, and he spent the night over our house. Now
I can tell this story.
What?
I can tell this story is about to be funny. Go ahead.
So now, mind you, Black parents in the early 2000s in Black households. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we had to deal with some critters, some visitors, and all of that. Now, we had been trying to catch one of these critters. And so happened, like the weekend that his best friend came to spend the night, we had laid some traps down. Why did my brother and his best friend discover the critter? And my brother was like, look, it's a When I say my mama and daddy was so pissed at him, they're like, why would you show him that? Like, what are you doing? Like, why would you show him that? He ain't gonna want to come back over here. He gonna tell his parents. Like, they were so mad that my brother then showed his friend that we finally caught our visitor. Like, I was very embarrassed. Like,
did you say he named it?
No, he didn't name it.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe he did. He was a little off sometimes, but I know we were all trying to find that thing, and just so happened when his best friend came over there, they found it together. Like, my mom and daddy was very upset, and I was very embarrassed too, because I'm just like, we don't have nobody over. The time we got somebody over, they ate our color, so they probably don't understand. You know, Black households had to deal with certain things, and yeah, so my brother definitely outed us. Yeah.
So, his story, first of all, your brother was wrong for that. Secondly, he had a Michael Jackson moment from... Your brother was excited. He was like, oh my God, we finally counted. We tried to catch it for months. And
yeah, like, you don't do that. You just don't do that.
Especially when you got them over here. It's giving them more ammo.
Right.
Oh, my mama didn't let us spend the night over a whole lot of people's house and let a whole lot of people spend the night over our house. But if that would have happened, it would have been a wrap. Nobody could have.
Right. No, yeah. No.
Mm-hmm. But my next story, to wrap it up, y'all don't judge me. I was bad. I said I was bad. This is the disclaimer. Again, I was bad all the way up until I wasn't bad no more. But I'm not now, but I was then.
Delivered. You've been delivered.
I've been delivered. So I was in the 4th grade, I was going to Denver Elementary in Fraser. If you're familiar with Memphis, you know where Denver is, or you know where Fraser is. So in the 4th grade, I had this old teacher named Miss McHugh. I feel so bad. That's why I got to play with this top. I used to be so bad in that woman's class. I called her names. I saw her face was so wrinkled. It reminded me of chitterlings.
Not chitterlings.
Yes, I used to be like, why do your face look like that? I used to be so bad. I used to be, and you would think I would get tired of getting whoopings. It's like, no, after I recovered, it was time to act.
It was no time.
This particular day, I had to go. I wasn't trying to be bad this day. I promise y'all, I was trying to be good. Math, it was math time. And, in elementary, they do all your classes in the same classroom. You do math, reading, history, and all that. If you do history, science, all that stuff in the same class. This particular day, I had to go to the bathroom. So I told Ms. McHugh, I said, I got to go to the bathroom. She said, you're not going to the bathroom until everybody else goes to the bathroom. Now, this is adults know now being in the workforce. That's really dumb. Like everybody's, bladder is not going to it's not going to be active at the same time. But I guess in school, they feel like you could just hold it till everybody else has to go to the bathroom. I asked her again. I said, can I go to the bathroom? She said, no. My mind already getting to wondering. I'm like, I really got to pee. I really got to pee. I really got to pee. By the 3rd time, I'm cooking up. I was like, I'm going to teach her. I'm going to show her. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I asked her this 3rd time. She say that I can't go to the bathroom. I'm going to give her a little surprise.
Oh, Lord.
So I had to pee. So it wasn't like number 2, but I said, I'm just sitting here. I don't like math anyway. When I say I peed on myself purposely in the class. I remember exactly where I was sitting. I remember them little wooden, I don't know if they had them little wooden desks when you were in school, the little bitty wooden desks. They didn't even, the arm didn't even raise up. I think, did it raise up? But it was them little bitty wooden desks. I peed and like, I literally sat there and just watched it come out and was like, oh. And she was in the middle of her lesson. She was like, and so when you take 4 and I was like, she was like, Larry, did you just use the restroom on yourself? I said, I told you I had to use the restroom. She said, so you weren't going to hold it until everybody else had to go to the restroom? No, I told you I had to use the restroom. She said, so you deliberately just peed on yourself just because you have to go to the restroom. Yep. She said, oh, okay. Since you use the restroom, I'm gonna leave you right there. I'm gonna get a janitor to come clean up the pee, and you're gonna sit in the urine all day. Now, mind you, back when we were in school, they probably would have like a change of clothes or something for. She wouldn't let me change my clothes. She wouldn't let me clean myself up. I had to sit in there pee all day. It was hot outside. I went to the daycare. I had to sit in the pee then. After a while, the pee started getting strong and it started smelling. I had to sit in there all day. But that's not the worst part. My mom is involved in this again. Me and my brother used to know what to tell my mom to get her going, get her mad to go out, because my mom do not play about her kids. And everybody, even your sister, knows my mom does not play about her kids at all, even as adults. So I told my mama, Mom was like, what is this? When I got in the car, she said, what is this smell? And I was like, I peed on myself in school today. My mama, I didn't pee because I couldn't hold it. I peed because she told me I could go to the bathroom, but everybody else, and she made me hold it. So she already mad. Mind you, had open house, didn't I? I was so happy. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go up there. She gonna fight that lady. And this woman gotta be like in her 60s. I wanted my mom to fight that woman so bad. I wanted her to go off on her so bad. So we went to her class. I think my mom said her class for last because, of course, when you do your open house, when we had open house, we had the book fair and we had to go to my brother's class and all that stuff like that. That woman lied to my mom. She lied. She saved herself because my mom was like, what happened? I said, I told her I had to go to the bathroom, and she told me I couldn't go to the bathroom. And she was like, no, I told Larry that I was about to take everybody else to the bathroom. Larry didn't want to wait, so he deliberately peed on himself to try to make a fool out of me in front of everybody. And that was so embarrassing. So yes, I told him he had to sit in the urine for the rest of the day. Now, mind you, I'm thinking my mama, that part was going to make her go out. She just looked at me, and I'm like, you're not mad. You're not going to beat her up. You're going to go ahead and walk out that door. You sitting up here in this woman clap. My mama feels so sorry for that woman. I don't even understand to this day because I just always wanted my mama to like beat her up. And she was so old. I don't know why. I was so evil. But it was embarrassing for me because I had to go from school. Mind you, I had to go to lunch pissing with pee on me. Then I had to go to daycare with pee on me. I had to go ride home on the daycare bus with pee on me. And I had to get in the car with pee on me. I had to go to the open house with pee on me. Them little black pants I had on with pee on me. It was so embarrassing. And then my mama go in there getting ready to go off on her. And she didn't even like, this woman, why is she still even standing here? And she let me pee on myself like this to beat this woman up. That woman, oh my God, she saved us. I think she was afraid. And then my stepdad is standing there laughing. He just found humor in some of the crazy stuff that we did. And I'm like, so she not gonna beat her up. You go off on her. Somebody do something. And it was like, I was determined to make her life a living hell for the rest of that year because she let me pee on myself. And I did. I got so much trouble, but I wasn't. At first, I thought I knew what I was doing in my head. If I pee on myself, she's gonna be so embarrassed. She's gonna do. It backfired because I had to pee in the pee. She said, "And you're gonna sit in it."
That's not what you was
laughing
thinking.
at me. They calling me pee-pee. It was just bad. It was all bad. It was all bad. But
yeah, I probably would have just walked out, Larry. But I like how you was going.
8. No, I was 8, I think. Maybe 8. No, 9, somewhere around there. I was still. But I should have. As bad as I was, I'm surprised I didn't get up and just walked out. I was bad. This should have been the thing that I should have did, but I think I wanted to embarrass her and got embarrassed. That's what happened. I got embarrassed. My brother laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think and with this, it was so fun. I want to this with elevations and conversations. It's some conversations that I have to do a continuation on because I still got some moments that I had. It mostly involved school, and I was just so bad. Okay, y'all don't call me Pissy Larry now because of that. But I peed on myself. But I got some more moments that I got to share with y'all. They worse. But I do thank Monique for taking time out of her day. This will not be the last time that y'all see her. She's gonna be on some other conversations to be had. I can't look at y'all because I just embarrassed myself. But she's gonna be on some other conversations. I just really thank her for sharing her moments.
You're welcome. Don't call him pissy. He thought it was good.
I've been delivered. But I got some more moments. If she wants to come back and share some more moments, she can. And I'm gonna have some other guests. Y'all, I'm just so embarrassed right now. I'm gonna take a nap out. I don't know how I'm gonna live this down. But once again, I do thank you for taking time out of your day. I wish you much success with your business.
Thank you.
All the businesses you shared with me that you're doing. Like I see you going places. You keep putting in the hard work and dedication. You're gonna get there. And like I said, thank you for bringing the vibes and energy. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also, before we leave, I cannot let you leave without giving us your TikTok, your YouTube, and your other social media so we can check you out.
Okay, y'all. So follow me on TikTok at Side Hustle Vibes. It's __Side Hustle Vibes. On Instagram, 2_ Side Hustle Vibes. And on YouTube, we are the Hipsters. It's a quirky wordplay on hipster, because our last name has 2 B's in it, so it's HIBBSTERS, the Hipsters. And our website is www.sidehustlevibes.com. Check us out.
And if you don't check her out, in the words of her sister, you guys are losers. Okay, you're not losers, but what are you doing if you're not checking her out, though? I mean, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything worthwhile if you're not checking her out. I mean, I've watched some of her videos, and I have to watch them over and over again because they're funny. So, I mean, check her out on everything. I mean, but we wish you guys a good day. We wish you guys... Let me swallow this. We wish you guys a good day. We wish you good vibes. We wish you all prosperity. We hope you enjoy. And we look forward to talking to you guys later.
Bye.